Frankie Nicole here. Um, Happy Friday, I was right. This is for tomorrow, Saturday. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. Supreme Court passed the marriage equality, and Amendment 14, giving equal rights all across the board, not just with marriage, which is fantastic. And that's what we're looking for, right? We just all want to be recognized as equals. Now, on the note of that, I kind of wanted to talk about needs, wants, and then something about commitments. Mostly just being able to commit to something, not necessarily a relationship, because I like to talk more in general terms. People tend to gravitate towards the commitment, which really frightens a lot of people because the thought of committing yourself to a singular person is very scary, because the fears from the past have told us that things will go wrong. It's so ingrained in us to believe that something will fail, something will not happen because of past occurrences. And today is the day to throw those wands off. And so I'm going to read a passage that I read on the internet that somebody wrote that I found really interesting. And I find that you can find wisdom all over the internet. I mean, obviously, not all of it is like true or pertinent, but if it rings true for you, then you have to acknowledge it, and you have to at least give it some pondering and thought, and acknowledge that it has struck a chord inside of you. Because everyone has wisdom to offer, not just the gurus and not just the people who sit on the mountaintop alone, and they just are more removed, probably because they're more sensitive to people's energies. I mean, it's very difficult to live in a world where people are constantly, their energies are constantly firing at you, and you just are absorbing everybody's emotion or thoughts. It's very overwhelming, intrusive. You have to develop a very good shield around yourself if you tend to absorb other people's energies, and some people don't even realize they're absorbing energies until they do, and then it's from the environment that they surround themselves with. So I'm going to read this little passage, and I think it's pretty good. It's more just definitions in a sense. So, need. What is need? Anything that is necessary but lacking. The psychological feature that arouses an organism to action towards a desired goal. And then wants. The desire to obtain or act. Want. The idea of something tangible that is not yet yours. Excuse me. Still dealing with allergies. It's awesome. Devotion. Feelings of ardent love. Ardent being characterized by the intense emotion, glowing or shining like a fire. And then commitment. The trait of sincere and steadfast fixity of purpose. So you can tell that there's differences between needs and wants. devotion, and commitment are also different as well. It's important to remember exactly what you want versus what you need. Are you devoted to a certain want or need? Are you committed to a certain want or need? What is your level of said devotion, commitment, those things? And that is how you judge in your life where you are going to move forward, where you are going to pursue, what avenue, what idea, what path you want to go to. I have been having the hardest time trying to decide of my next pathway, and it seems like every time I think I know what I want, something comes in to show me a little bit more of, maybe I don't exactly want that per se, but there needs to be a slight tweaking and a slight shift in direction of what I actually want. And that's okay. You should embrace those because that's important. You can always have desires and you can have ideas and needs and and wants, but they'll change. The universe will come in and start showing you different ideas, different thoughts. And it's okay to shift. It's okay to change your mind. We've always been taught to, start on a particular path and follow through to the end. And it's important on certain larger scale things, yes. But there's room for navigational detours. Things are never always going to be directly a straight line. And I think I've seen this picture online, and every time I'm like, yes, that's totally true. So here's where you are, here's your goal, this is the trajectory projected that you are thinking that's going to happen, and what's actually going to happen is this. Alright, I think I need to burn some sage. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do get a little lost in my own meditation, but that's the point, right? It goes in like that. I mean, that's half of what my thought process is, anyways. Most of the time, you're hearing just straight from the horse's mouth. No. That's probably why most people think I'm crazy, but really they don't know. I'm just mad creative genius. Alright. Where are we at? 8 minutes. Okay, I was kind of considering reading a passage from my Tao of Pooh book, but I kind of want to keep this singular, trying to cut them down. So I think I'm gonna end there with that whole conversation. I'm just really excited that we've passed that law, and it took a while, and it took all sorts of this way to get there, but we finally have something in legislation that will bring hopefully more equality, and I'm hoping that it doesn't just apply to sexual orientation per se, via my last video is a spectrum, but also to race as well and ethnicity, because we're all people and we all all deserve respect, and we all deserve equality and the same rights to be able to achieve our dreams and have happy lives and not get brutalized for the exterior. Alright, I like these ones. So, be still, listen, feel, and just be. Have you forgotten what is truly important? When you pass from this world, all you will take with you is your soul and the beautiful memories it holds. So, no matter what goals or things that you strive for, that you need, you want, what you're committed to right now, what you may be committed to in the future, what path, know that the thing that really matters is not the status, it's not the direction of importance, who you are in a sense of, I guess, truly just status or all the things that you own. It is truly the experiences that you have in life that you'll take with you. So I encourage to have as many experiences as possible, and don't waste time on trying to fix things or people that are not willing to be fixed or move in a direction. You can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. And so, if you've been working with somebody as like on a project and it's just not working out and you've committed this time to it, sometimes you just have to say this isn't working and be okay with just segueing into something different. Maybe you take it and you do something different with it. You don't completely trash it, because you don't have to completely throw it all out. But Tower card, sometimes you have to break it apart and start building something different. If you have a friend, it's just not, it's not bearing fruit, this friendship anymore. It's become more of a stress or a burden for you. Sometimes it's best to distance and start fresh in a different way of a friendship. And there's always fallout from the Tower card, because things will get smushed and crushed and blown apart in the process. But it's all about the memories and the experiences that will guide you forward and lead you in a more positive, more constructive direction. Because it's not a straight line. It's not, you don't go into life expecting to go unscathed. We'd love to. It would be so much easier and so much nicer to have everything just work out exactly the way it should. But as long as you keep your head up, keep positive attitude and love in your heart, every experience will always come to you positively, and you look at the silver lining and you say, okay, I see the negative and I see the positive, and I choose to acknowledge the positive over the negative, to enhance and embrace my life for what it is and not what I want it to be, or what I hoped it would be, or what I need it to be, or what I want it to be. I might have repeated myself there. It's just really important to live your life for yourself, and regardless of the people in your life, you must put yourself first and foremost. Because do you want to have your memories, or do you want to have other people's memories? Do you want to have your adventures, or do you want to have a bunch of stuff that you're going to have to throw away anyways after you are reduced to worm food or ashes and your spirit has moved on to a different plane? I think I posted an article about in death we move to a different universe. I mean, you can't take it with you. So enjoy your enjoy your life, basically. Oh boy. Alright. A new love is coming your way, yet in order for this to manifest, you must first release the past. Are you ready? All it takes is a conscious desire to do so. Again, something's coming. New love for yourself, new love for your life, new love for a career choice, a passion of yours, something that you fully embrace and you do because you couldn't not do it, otherwise you would just be so unhappy. You are a jewel. Even though you may not see it, what you consider imperfect is an illusion. Even in darkness, you shine eternally bright. Shine bright. The thing is, if you pursue what you want in life, you're gonna get some static from people who are not there yet, not pursuing their own light, their own passions, their own dreams and hopes, because they're afraid, and so their fear is going to start attacking your hope, your aspirations, and it's going to be nasty because fear is nasty. It doesn't fight fair. It says, huh, you want to do that? Oh, that's fucking stupid. Why would you think that you could do that? You're so terrible. Nobody would ever want to see you do that, or you would never be good at that. That's fear. That's fear that leaches on to your very base, just insecurities, and it just tugs at them and it says, I'm not going to let you go and be hopeful and have happiness because I want you to be in this spot right here with me, because fear does not move. It stays stagnant. It reaches on and it sucks it out of you. So tell fear, go fuck itself and do what you want. Man, I can't stop. I try so hard to be PC, but you know what? That's an illusion as well. Because what people consider swearing, I want to say, is actually the soul coming out and being like, psh, psh, no, fuck you. I'm not going to be restricted by your box and your rules. No, fuck you. I was just about to say fuck just a bunch of times, but I think I've made my point. Dwelling on the past and future keeps me from experiencing the power of now. I make a conscious choice to be present. I accept love now. I'm grateful for your love. So, now, be here, experience now. Enjoy the surroundings. No matter what changes life brings, nothing will change my love for you. I love how sometimes like barks or things happen when like I say certain things, because it's like the universe or spirits trying to emphasize that point. So always watch for that in videos when you are, or in life, like when somebody says something or something happens. You just, okay, what's happening in that moment? Why did that happen? Analyze. You give my life purpose. Because of you, I feel safe. I am forever grateful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm forever grateful. Gratitude. Alright. I've gotten through all those cards. Feeling very classy today. Got my silky top on and my sexy green skirt, you know. 'Cause why not? 'Cause why not? Experiences, right? Life is short. Die tomorrow. I'm not gonna die. Nope. I'm going to continue living. Don't, you gotta be careful how you say things, right? I will be continuing living for a very long time. But in case, I'm just going to enjoy it thoroughly. Within proper reason, of course. There has to be a balance. Four cards. More punctuations. I'm not going to predict anything, but I want to say from what I'm kind of feeling, there may be, oh, there's a third one, okay. There may be a Seven of Swords energy coming up, so we'll see. Oh goodness, this is going to be another long one, sorry. At least it'll be Saturday, so, you know, you'll have time to watch it, I suppose, when you're hungover. Okay, interesting. Alright, so no Seven of Swords, that's good, but we do have swords here, so I was feeling the swords. Although the Ace of Swords in reverse usually does represent some deceptiveness, not trusting new ideas, and you have that little snake on the handle, little serpent, and so don't trust a new idea that is proposed to you because it could be dishonest or incomplete. Don't commit to anything that doesn't completely fulfill all of your requirements. We have the King of Swords, but he's in the upright, so the King of Swords comes in here, and he's bringing perhaps a new idea in, and maybe he has good intentions, but the idea is not fully thought out. And it's funny, we have three birds flying, and he's chasing those birds a little bit, and the horse is running, and he's just kind of going off, and I always see him, he's definitely the Prince of Swords, you know, promoted, but so he has a little bit of better head on his shoulders, and he's not as reckless, but he's definitely a very consistent man when it comes to his thoughts, and he's not going to change his thoughts very easily. The King of Wands is more, he changes his thoughts more readily. And the King of Cups can change his thoughts almost at the dime of a drop of a hat, because, you know, they're whooshing around in the water, and one emotion could just change a thought completely, without even real thought to it. And then we have the Devil card upright. And that's talking about being held in bonds, being trapped in illusions, trapped in falsities, thoughts, ideas. So perhaps this false thought that's being brought is trapping someone, you perhaps, or him, or this masculine energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be a man, it could be a masculine woman, and it's you know, it's this idea of it can be sex, drugs, materialism, inability to commit, negative beliefs, fears, like we were talking about. you tell those fears to go fuck themselves. Guarantee you. In the nicest possible way, of course. And then we have the Four of Swords upright. So perhaps some new ideas are being introduced to you that are deceptive, that are not completely thought out, that are in a very general sense lies. But you know, Mr. King of Swords can manipulate his words into very convincing arguments to make it seem like it's not a lie. That's where you have to call him on his shit. So, punctuation marks. The Hermit, Strength upright, and the Prince of Pentacles upright. So, take some time out and search for some inner guidance. Have strength. I mean, this card, this is basically probably one of the most important cards in the deck, because life happens around this card. I mean, we have things going on in our lives constantly, but if you don't have this in your life, if you use anything else to achieve this, having strength, then you don't have this card in your deck. If you need to get drunk to have strength, if you need to get high to have strength, they're all crutches. If you need someone else to have strength, crutch. I'm not saying that it's not great to have at some point in your life, and you can go have fun and you get high and enjoy your life, but if you're using it to have strength, it's a crutch, and this card does not exist in your deck. And what you need to do is you need to find this card and you need to practice. You need to practice having strength in your life and saying, you know, no, this is not, I do not accept this. I think this is definitely I'm strong. I don't need your fears and your lies to keep me going. And I like how on her leg there's actually a snake slithering up. And it's interesting because she's kind of not really acknowledging the snake. It's trying to get up on her leg. It's trying, and snakes are usually seen as deception. And so it's trying to, she's got some deceit around her leg, and legs, you know, you walk around, so it's inhibiting movement, but you have strength, you have this full moon of being able to end that and not let it affect you. And then we have the Prince of Pentacles, which is all about slow, steady building, slow, steady movement, not too fast, not too reckless, not too wild, but building a firm, steady foundation. So I think it's the strength of not letting this devil energy come and attack your fears, but slowly building this building blocks of like understanding and of what you need and your commitments and your what you devoted to in your life. So it's getting up there, so I'm going to end it. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at all. I hope that this has spoken to you, and I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday.